So if you remember from the Anaconda Plan, after establishing that strong blockade in the Atlantic, the Union's plan was to take over the Mississippi, and then after taking over the Mississippi, they can begin to, squeeze the South now that they have it surrounded, and that's gonna involve basically invading the South. And now that can be complicated. Just invading from the outside and trying to work in from every angle is going to be a slow process, and they need this war to be over. So Grant thinks if he can get a good position, he can invade into the middle of the South, get to Atlanta, and then once he's in Atlanta, he can begin to work his way out from there at the same time as working in. So he's going to begin to start a campaign on how to invade Atlanta. And after looking, at the map and everything, he's thinking, where's the perfect place to launch an invasion into Georgia but Chattanooga? Chattanooga sits right on the border. It's in Tennessee. It sits right on the border of Tennessee and Georgia, and it is really the perfect place to launch this invasion into Georgia. So Grant orders General William Rosecrans to attempt to capture the city of Chattanooga and the fort that's there. So Rosecrans he knows he's outnumbered, so he knows he can't just go straight to the fort at Chattanooga. What he decides to do instead is to lure the Confederate general who's in Chattanooga out of the city and have him attack him and then leave the city unprotected. So that's what he does. William Rosecrans has General Braxton Bragg of the Confederate military basically has his men attack the Union. He lures him out of the city. So Braxton Bragg attacks Rosecrans, leaves him and all his men leave Chattanooga, and he almost totally wipes out the entire Union force. This is known as the Battle of Chickamauga. Chickamaauga, and it's in northwest Georgia. And he leaves the city, completely unprotected. And when the USA retreats, they actually retreat to Chattanooga, and they're able to get a good enough position in there to defend it. So by the time Braxton Bragg returns to the city, Rosecrans is able to really carve out a secure position there and defend it. So he's able to hold on to it until October, when Ulysses S. Grant arrives, and then they together officially have conquered Chattanooga, and they now have the perfect place to launch that invasion into Georgia. So the Battle of Chickamauga was a tactical Confederate win because they won the battle, but because the Union's overall goal was accomplished, it's a strategic Union win.